Good morning, May 26, 2020. I'm Pastor Rusty. This is your daily inspo. Well, moving on into the I ams of Jesus, the third one we're going to look at is Jesus says in John 10:7, I am the gate to the sheep. He goes on and explains that all who came before me are thieves and bandits, but the sheep did not listen to them. I am the gate. Whoever enters by me will be saved and will come in and go out and find pasture. And then my favorite verse, the thief comes only to steal and to kill and destroy. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly. So Jesus is comparing himself again. Now, in the tracking of John, as we move through here, in John chapter 8, we saw where he said, I'm the light of the world. Later on, he heals a blind man born from birth. And so we've been dealing with light and darkness and in that section, and this guy received light again. He received the ability to see he had never seen. He was born blind from birth, and Jesus healed him, and the synagogue people brought him in and questioned him, and they questioned his parents, and his parents said, he's of age, ask them. Because see, the rulers of the synagogue had the power to throw you out or keep you, depending on how you walked. And so they were afraid to be kicked out of the synagogue because they held the keys to life and to death as far as the people understood in that day. So when they asked the parents said, he's of age, ask him. They asked him, and he said, I don't know what happened. I couldn't see, then I could see. And this guy did it. And he questioned the Pharisees. He says, has anybody ever been able to restore sight in the history of known history? Is anybody able to do that? Surely he can't be but of God to do this. And they say, well, who are you to question us? Because we're the ones that know. We're the ones who see, right? They control the gate. Well, Jesus follows all that up because he told the Pharisees later on, he said, you're blind. If you were not blind, he said, you claim to see, therefore you're still in your sins. Then he goes on, he talks about all that come before him, that he is the gate. What's interesting is the gate to the sheepfold. A lot of the shepherds would be out in the field at night, and they would have little small paddocks set up that they could put their sheep in, and there'd be a way in, and then the rest of it was walled, maybe with field rock or stones or branches, things like that, to make a place to hold the sheep at night. And the shepherd would lay across the gate, so nothing could get in unless it came across him, and none of his sheep could get out. He protected them that way. Another image we see of the sheepfold, Jesus is using these metaphors to describe himself, and he's using the term I am, which harkens back to Exodus, and God described himself as I am that I am. I am who I am, self-existent. So when Jesus started using these I am statements, it really, really ruffled a bunch of feathers. But then he said, I'm the gate. I'm the door. Another thing we see is the sheepfolds a lot of times were attached to their homes. So they'd get in the evening, they'd bring their sheep in, and that meant they were home. So they'd go through the gate into the sheepfold, lock in their people, and then they were home. And so, home is a good feeling. So Jesus says, no one comes but thieves and bandits that climb over the walls. I am the gate. I am the way in. And people could not handle that. He says he is the gate. He opens and he closes. And the sheep go in, they go out, and they find pasture. They're taken care of because he is the gate. That's one of the things that key to life. He said later on in my favorite verse in John 10:10, the thief comes to kill, to steal, and destroy. I have come that the sheep may have life and may have it abundantly. And anybody that's known me very long knows I like to focus on the present tense of that, where right now, that life that Jesus promises is not just by and by in the sky and all those things, but right now, the life that God designed for us to have, the intention that he has to enjoy the life that we have, to live and live in abundance. Now, that abundance doesn't mean what you hear a lot of preachers say, that you're going to have health and wealth and prosperity, but simply to have a life that is fulfilling, has purpose, has intention, is blessed of God. And Jesus says, I'm the way to that. I'm the gate. Come through me, and you have that abundant life, that shepherd life, where he's watching over you, and he's protecting you. He takes care of you. And so you go to Psalm 23, and you start looking at that great shepherding psalm, and you realize what all the shepherd did for the sheep. And he's offering that to us now. not just one day we're going to be with God in heaven, and that's a wonderful thing, and that's a great thing. But we have something right now through Jesus Christ, this everyday living. Now, a lot of people are missing that because they look around at their circumstances, they look around their situation, and they forget about that Christ, their Lord, their Master, is walking with them through whatever they're in, and He's refining us, and He's getting us to the point that we are more like Him daily. And the way to that being more like Christ daily is through Him. He's the gate. He is the way. He is the door. You know, some doors are ominous, but some doors are a blessing because you're home. You hear all kinds of stories about people that were lost in snow and then they found the door and they knew they were home. You know what? Jesus is that door. He is that door to home. It's the place where we sheep, even though we don't like to admit it, we're sheep, need to be. And that makes life rich and abundant because He is the door. So I guess the question we would ask today, Jesus says, I am the door. I guess we could ask, have I walked through that door? Am I His sheep? Do I let Him bring me in and bring me out and put me in pasture and fold me in the evenings? Do I let Him take care of me and tend me? Is He shepherding us? Are we letting Him? Are we seeking Him? Walking through the door. It's a good day. It's a great day. Yesterday was Memorial Day. Life has returned back to a semblance of our new normal today. People are back at work that can. And you know what? Every day is a blessed day if we walk through Jesus. Focus your life around Him today. Let Him be the door to your life. I'm Pastor Rusty. I'll talk to you tomorrow.